Can you hear me now? Good afternoon, Mukesh, Srilesh. Oh, Akshay. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. So we'll be discussing about like how you can start practicing yourself in respective with any technology. Okay. And what is my key points that how I start my career, like how if I'm just going with any technology, uh, how I'm trying to increase my skill set. So this is what we are going to discuss in the today's video. So before that, if all those good, okay, just let me know, and if we can start the things. Okay, so let me talk about the first Oracle DB only. Okay, the thing is, guys, as I used to tell, that the first thing is that you can install the Oracle database on your system, and you can start practicing yourself. That is the first thing. Second thing is, some people are asking me, okay, they want to understand about the SQL. Okay, so how to practice the SQL. So in order to start practicing on the SQL, you can do this installation of the, if any Oracle databases or MySQL database on your system. But if you don't want to go with that track, there is another way that you can just search for the Hackerrank. Okay, so there are the website, we called it as a Hackerrank is there, then second website we called it as a Hackerearth is there. Okay, so you just need to enroll on that website, and then you can start practicing yourself. So on those website you will find a real-time scenarios question, and which are really good. Now if I'm saying that there are good companies like Facebook, Google is there, Microsoft, all those companies, whenever they are taking the interviews, they are mainly focusing the interview questions based upon this Hackerrank and all those companies only. Okay, so if you are feeling like, okay, you want some real time experiences with the SQL queries, you can look for Hackerrank and Hackerearth. These are the two websites which I will definitely recommend you if you want to start practicing yourself. And the free of certification is there. Let's say you are practicing very good and your performance is really good. Okay, then you are getting the batches also. So we have a silver batch, gold batch is there, and you can try to reach yourself among the top 10 or top 50. So if you are saying that on your resume, saying that okay, you are in the top 50 of in Hackerrank, definitely there is a lot of chances that you can get a good opportunity with the very good company. I'm not talking about any CMI level 5 or all those company. Okay, I'm talking about the product based company, just like Oracle, or we have Google is there, Microsoft is there. So these Hackerrank and Hackerearth is not only for SQL only, but you can take the example of any technology. Okay, let's say you want to do some practice related to the Python. Okay, let's say you want to do some practice related to the Java, which are the training technology, right? So what you can do, you can just register yourself and start practicing. You'll get a list of questions. Okay, you'll get a question, and accordingly you need to start. Uh, okay, accordingly you need to take it. So that is really a good things that I would recommend to everyone to go with that. So guys, this is what I want to let you know about this Hackerrank and Hackerearth. And the type of question they are asking. So don't think like, okay, do we need to submit it or no. See, there will be a question, you need to provide the solution, and there is a compiler also. Okay, let's say there is one question like, okay, you don't need to create a database also. I'm talking about the SQL. You don't need to create a database. They will ask you the question. Okay, there will be a question, and it is not a kind of objective only. Okay, you need to write down the query, and if your query is successful, then you will get the message saying that okay, all your answer is correct, and then you can go for the next question. So there is a medium, there is a challenge type, like it is starting from simple is there, medium is there, and then again it will, the challenge will get increased depending on your, so you cannot directly, you can directly jump also, but I would recommend you to start from the easy, medium, and start practicing yourself. I saw many student Most of my colleagues are there. They are doing the practice whenever they want to switch the company. They started practicing themselves, to increase their knowledge, to increase their technical stuff. So some people are developer, their logic should be strong. So how can they increase their logic? By doing this kind of stuffs only. So they are logging themselves on Hackerrank and some other website, okay, and by solving their problem only, they are increasing their stuffs, they are increasing their skill set. So if apart from this, if you have any question, just let me know. And if you like this video, just press the like button. And as I promised yesterday also, I'm working with the, you can see my laptop, you cannot see actually my, I just use this. So I'm working on some other videos, okay. So very soon you will be getting it, maybe by tomorrow, okay. I am also trying to create a video based upon the Oracle database installation of Oracle Cloud, which someone asked me on yesterday also. So because of that only I'm working on it. And I will try to create a video based upon Spark installation on Windows today only. I will try to get it for you, okay. So you can see on my on my back, this is the whiteboard which I'm using most of the time. And I thought, okay, let's. So are you guys really interested for Spark learning, Spark and Hadoop technology? Because can you mention the two website in description part so that we can try out? Yes, really sure, I can tell you. Even you can just Google it right away. It is Hackerrank, okay? Hackerrank and Hackerearth, EARTH, Hackerearth. So these two websites are there, but definitely I'll post it, okay? Oracle Rock Canning website, any concern? Yeah. See, Oracle Rack is I personally don't think like you will get the easy setup over there. Like if you are asking me, okay, I want my Oracle database already ready and I want to start practicing, that is not the right way, okay. If you want to start practicing yourself on Oracle DBA, get the VMware, install it. If you don't know on Linux, that is fine, okay. If you don't know on Linux, that is fine, but at least you can install Oracle database on your Windows, which is really easy, okay, which is really easy. There are many blogs are there, even you can check my blog also, okay. So you can easily do the installation of Oracle database on Windows. Once you are comfortable with the Windows environment, you understood like how to take the backup, how to create a database listener. Then we have a data guard environment. Data guard is something you can talk after 2 years or 3 years. Okay, once you have good experience with Oracle DBA and RAC also. But nowadays, if you are going for an interview and you have 3+ years of experience, the people will expect that you should have the knowledge about Oracle DBA, core DBA, as well as data guard environment and RAC environment. At least some basic concept you should be aware about that. So basic funda of this live stream is that if you want to start practicing yourself, go with the Hackerrank and Hackerearth. One more thing, I'm telling you the real-time things only, okay? Because this is all happening surrounding to me. One of my friend, he was not good with any particular technology, but he was good with the data structure. So you know about the data structure, you can implement it into the C language, C++, or you can take the Java or any language. Okay, just take the example of Java only. So what he did, he just read all the linked list is there, all those concept of data structure only. Okay, so what he did, he started practicing on data structure only. Okay, and he was too good that he solved each and every problem from that Hackerrank, okay, and Hackerearth. He solved every problems. So when he went for the company like Amazon, then he said that, okay, I know only the data structure. Apart from this, I don't know anything. And data structure is something where it will really help you to increase your coding skill, right? Coding skill, you can easily grab it by using that. So they started asking the question based upon the data structure only, and he got selected. He got a very good package, man. I'm literally telling you. So if you have the guts, technology, see, if you know that there are thousands of technologies that are Java, Spark, Scala is there, then we have Python is there, C++, C. No need to learn each and every technology. If you know one technology very well, that is also more than enough, because by using that base technology, you can understand, you can learn, you can easily understand the other technology also. Okay, so that is the myth. If you know Oracle, you can easily understand Windows Server. Okay, if you know Windows Server, you can easily understand some other server like MySQL. You can take the example of MySQL, PostgreSQL. Whenever I am seeing all those database, I feel like okay, I know the things very well. Only the thing is I need to know more about this. More about this. Okay. So there is one question from Mukesh that how. Oh, 1 minute. Let me check one more time. Oracle rack is important in interview perspective. Okay, so if you are experienced, so Mukesh, the thing is if you are experienced, then experience means let's talk about 3 plus. Okay, 2 plus depend upon like 2.5 to 3 you can consider it. If you are a 3 plus, then they will expect you that you should have the knowledge about the rack. Okay, rack is the one which is mainly useful for high availability. So if your one of the instance goes down, still you have another instance through which your database will be always up and running. So if you have a good experience with the rack database, or you can say if you have the knowledge about the rack database, then that is really good. You know, one more thing which I want to tell you about the rack is try to understand the rack startup sequence, like what background process it is using when your rack database, rack instance gets started. Okay, so that is the most important, and if you know the at least basic of rack, that is more than enough to crack the interview. Okay, so but if you are like 8 plus, 9 plus, or more than 5 plus, then they will expect you that you should be prompt in the rack databases and data guard databases. So your code should be your core DB should be very strong. Rack basic is fine, and you should have the knowledge about the data guard environment. Okay, if you have these 3 things, okay, then you are good to go for any company. Apart from this, if you are adding one more technology in that is Oracle Cloud, which is the 4th one, then you are really good. Okay, so there is no problem. Okay, so as per your notes, those website provided real-time experience as well as guidance how to deal with it. Yes, Nayan. So as I said, like you will get the questions, okay, and if you are giving the right answer, it's not objective type. Okay, it's not objective. Okay, objective is very simple. There you need to code yourself. If I'm taking the example of Python, okay, they will ask you the question how to calculate the sum of 2 numbers. Okay, so you need to write down the code there. You need to compile there only. Okay, there they have given the compiler also. And if your answer is correct, then only they will ask you to go with the next question. So that is Hackerrank, Hackerearth. That is the best thing. I come to know all those stuffs very late, but I thought okay, let's make my subscriber at least to know more about this. Okay, so before I start talking much more, just like this video. Okay guys, please do like. I know most of the people are liking it, but please do like this video when our live stream is going on. Thank you. Okay, let me see if we have how many questions. Okay, Nitin is saying, what if I will complete all certification of Oracle free cloud certification, but only hands-on experience with no working? Which company can hire me of what package? Okay, so Nitin, here you have asked me the very interesting question. So if you are saying that, see, let's say your interviewer is sitting in front of you, and you are saying that you don't have any experience with the Oracle DBA, he will definitely not take you. He will not take you. So you need to tell him that yes, I have the experience with the Oracle DBA. Okay, you need to tell him that you have the experience with Oracle DBA. That is for sure. You need to tell him that. Now he will start asking you the questions. So if you are good with the technology, definitely you can give the answers to him. Okay, you can give a good response to him. So initially 3-4 interview, everyone will get failed. Even if I am going for interview, see, it's been a long time that let's say I switched my company last year. So I am not feeling now to switch my company. So I am not going for any interview also. But if I am feeling that okay, let's go to the interview by tomorrow, and if someone is asking the question, I will not be one who will get success, who will get success in the first interview only. That is not possible. Because as I told all the time that even though if you know the answer, you are not in a situation to tell the answer, right? So once you start giving the multiple interview, like maybe 2 interview, 3 interview, then you will be more confident, and every time you will get a repetitive kind of questions only. So there will be a situation where you will have all the questions in your mind. So once you come back to home, start reading the answer. Okay, start reading the answer, start practicing yourself. So don't think like even though if you don't have the answer, okay, if you don't have the experience and you are telling that, man, I don't have the experience and can you please take me to your company? Very few people will think about your emotions. That is a fact only. So everyone is jumping like by lying only, and then they started learning. See, the capability to learn the new things, that is important. Okay, entry is important. Now you take the entry however you want to take. Okay, once you are entered into the organization, you need to start practice. Once you get the pressure, automatically you will learn everything. Because when you are working in the IT industry, you have a client on your head, and he will ask you, I want this to be happen by tomorrow only. So you will search whole Google and you will make it possible, and you will complete your task. Every day this is happening with me or my colleagues or my senior, junior, my students, everyone. Okay, so don't think. Okay, so who is having the question? Can you describe something about an cluster? Muki. Okay. So what is cluster? Cluster. Okay, let me take one example. Cluster is just like in a family. Okay, husband, wife, 2 children. It is a one family. So even though if I'm saying that, even though there are 4 people like myself, my wife, and my 2 kids. Sorry, I don't have kids, man. So I'm just telling you the example. Okay. So we have 4 people in one family. Okay, we have 4 people in one family. But what is the name of that family? My surname, right? My surname. Because my wife is also having the same surname. I am also having the same surname. My 2 kids who will be maybe in future, they are also having the same surname. So they are representing to my family, right? That is called cluster. So if I am telling you technically, cluster is just like, you can have a multiple. Okay, let me see if I can draw it over here. Okay, 1 minute guys, let me see if I can draw it over here. Can you see my board? If you can see my board, then I will try to draw it over here. Okay. It's too. Can you see my board? Can anyone tell me? Because since he asked me about a cluster, I feel like, okay, let me try to show him on board. That's fine. Just let me know if you can see my board, okay? Okay, yes, okay. Let me zoom it. Is it clear, guys? Is it clear, my board? If it's clear, then I will try to make it over here. Okay. See, now let me try to zoom it little bit. Okay. Okay, 1 minute. 1 minute. Let me do some settings because since someone asked me, so I thought to tell you some concept. Okay. Okay. Just hold on for some minutes. Okay. Can I make it little? Okay. Where is my duster? Okay. Okay. So, can you zoom? I don't see the word. Okay. Actually, since it's live streaming, don't expect much, but I'll try my best. Okay. So, who asked me about the cluster? Okay. See, this is cluster. Okay. Can you see it, guys? Is it looking good? cluster. Can you zoom? I don't see the whole. Okay. Is it looking good? Can you see it clearly? Okay.
Slow stream.
Light. Okay, this is saying yes. Okay. So someone asked me about the cluster. Okay. Let me take one example of rack cluster. Okay. Let me take example of rack cluster. RAC. Okay. So what will happen in rack cluster? So we have a different node. Okay. So let's say this is your first node. Okay. And this is your second node. Okay. This is your second node. We called it as a node 1 and this is node 2. Okay. Is it clear, guys? Can you see this diagram? Please let me know once more before I start it. Yes. Okay. 507. Okay. So this is node 1, this is node 2. Okay. When someone is saying that it is a first node and it is a second node, this is basically a server only. Okay. This is one server and this is second server. Every server is having some IP address. So let me take one example as 192.168.0.1. Okay. This is the IP address of first server. And 192.168.0.2. This is the IP of my second server. Okay. Now, in the RAC database, what will happen? Even though these two nodes, okay, are representing two different instance over there. Okay. So if I'm saying that, okay, let's take this is instance 1, this is instance 1, okay, and this is instance 2. Okay. And here these two instances are connected to single database. Okay. This is single database. Okay. So being a user, okay, so let's say I am here. Okay. Let's say I am here. I'm sorry for my drawing. My drawing is really bad. Being a user, I will try to connect to this database. Okay. Which is a single database. This is a, sir, increase your font size. Okay, let me see if we can. Okay, can you see now? In the live stream, there is no option, guys, to increase that. So I'm just okay. Yeah, that's great. Okay, let me try to repeat it. This is a node 1. This is a node 2. Okay. Node 1 is having the IP address of 192.168.0.1. Node 2 is having the IP address of 192.168.0.2. This is the second IP address. This is node 1 and this is node 2. And in the RAC database, we have a two instances. Let's say this is a two node cluster. Okay. Still now I didn't talk about the cluster only. This is a two node. So there are two instances. So why we have a two instances? Okay. Let's say if one of the instance goes down, okay. If one of the instance goes down, still we have a second instance which is up and running, through which this connection is available with the databases, because still we have a two instances. Okay. So we have instance 1 and instance 2. Let's say your instance 1 is down. Okay. Still you have a second instance through which your database can be operated. Okay. But now you will ask me the question that, okay, why we have a two this two different server. Okay. So there is one software, we call it as a cluster based software, through which, okay, even though they are the two different server, okay, even though these two are different server, but they will treat it as a, okay, they will treat it as a single server only. Okay. They will treat it as a single server. So what is mean by cluster? Cluster is a collection of server. Okay. Cluster is collection of server. So this is first server, second server. But if you see on the top level, this is a single cluster. Okay. This is a single cluster. Is it clear, guys? Just let me know if you are clear, or if you have any questions, just let me know. Okay. So if you are listening to me about this cluster, yes, Adarsh, multiple instances are connected to the single instance. The basic problem with the single instance database is, see, let's say we don't have this. Okay, let me try to talk about single instance now. Okay. Hey, I like the today's session, today's live stream. Basically, I saw the multiple people, talking to each other, and I feel like this thing we can try in the future. If you are comfortable with this, just let me know if you can, if you like this kind of sessions. So what is happening in the single instance database? Okay, single instance database. Can you see? Okay, let me tell you what will happen in the single instance database. See, let's say this is your server. Okay, this is your server. Okay, maybe it is a Linux server. This is your server, and on this server, okay, on this server we have one database. Okay, this is database. Okay, and if you know that we are connecting to the database instance. Okay, so here we have a database instance. Here we have a database instance, DB instance. Okay, so this is a single instance. Okay, this is a DB instance. And this database is connected with the application. Okay, so you can take the application like your Facebook application or Google application, any application. Okay, so what is happening here? Let's say I am a being Oracle DB. Okay, I am Oracle DB. I am trying to make the connection with the instance, and instance will make the connection with the database. Okay, and database is already connected with the application. Now most of the time what will happen, if your instance is down, okay, let's say this instance is down, if your instance is down, then your database will not be useful. Okay, if your instance is down, then there is no use of this application and database, because your instance is there down. What is instance? Instance is the collection of background process, okay, plus memory. Now you'll ask me, what is this memory? When you start the database, okay, when you start the database, basically database needs some memory, right, to perform their operation. Okay, that memory is, we call it as a SGA. Okay, where it is defined? This SGA defined in the parameter file. Okay, in the parameter file. Okay, and what is this background process? The background process, just like your SMON is there, okay, PMON is there, then you have a DB writer, log writer, many background processes are there. Okay, so what is the main problem with the single instance database? If one of the instance goes down, okay, your database and application will not be it will not be working. But what will happen if I have a multiple instance? Okay, let's say I have another instance here, instance 2. Okay, and this instance is also connected with the database. Okay, then this is called it as a rack setup. Okay, where you have a multiple node, but all the nodes are treated as a single node only. Any question, guys? Is it clear? Let me know if it is clear. Okay, let me see. So Naini, a cluster is a collection of multiple nodes in a single database. If no one node can be accessed. Okay, let me try to repeat it. Cluster is a collection of multiple nodes in a single database. Okay, if one of node is down, we can access another node and we have up and running data without downtime. Yes, perfect. And you are saying the perfect. Whatever you said, that is absolutely right, and because of that only we people, most of the banking project or the clients which are having a lot of money, they are using this rack setup. But what is the problem with the rack? But you know what is the problem with the rack setup is cost only. Okay, the main problem is cost. See, for one database, okay, for one database or one application, you are using two servers. Okay, you are using two servers for one application. So if the revenue of that application is too good, then you can easily set up the two servers for single application. But if the revenue is not that good, then you will think about it, right? This is how the client think. Okay. Okay, and Mukid is asking, can you explain the daily DBA jobs? Okay. So Mukid, what I will do, I will create a separate video based upon that only. Okay. Which will tell you about what are the daily DBA jobs are there and all those stuffs. Definitely, I'm planning to create. I'm working on it. So definitely, I will try to create on it. Optimizer helps to make a. See, Nayan, I was not talking about the cost. Cost means I was talking about the money. The optimizer, whatever you are saying, that is all related to the execution plan. Okay, that is all related to the execution plan. Okay, so guys, I think the today's session was good. Do you really like to see this kind of sessions like on whiteboard? If you like it, then definitely I'll be doing like this one day. So मेरे को देखने से अच्छा बोर्ड को देखो. How rack is working. Django. Yeah, they not explain the rack working in this now because it's too late today. Okay. So I think guys, we are good to go. Okay. So let's connect after some, maybe by next Saturday. Okay. Okay. So can I say the bye bye to you, or if you have anything, just let me know. Yes, sir, it's good way to learn and understand the topic. Okay, Nayan. So what I will do from the next live stream, we will have our setup over here. We will have a blackboard. We will take one by one session. Okay. DML and DTL. DML is just like your insert update delete there. Okay. And DTL, all the stuff. So I'll take all those session. Okay. I will take all your queries, and in the future I will create it. Okay. Srilesh is super. Thanks for the live stream. Thank you so much, Srilesh, for commenting it. And guys, please subscribe and like this channel, and you will be having more and more videos in the future. Okay. So see my community tab whenever I have update. Follow me on Instagram, guys. Okay. Follow me on Instagram because I used to post it over there. So my Instagram is totally dedicated to these DBA people, the technology people. Okay. Okay, guys. Thank you so much for joining this session. It was really good time to have with all. Bye bye. See you again with the next video.